The Great Hall of the Galactic Council was a place where decisions were made for millions of stars. It was a massive room built from shining crystal and metal that floated in space. Hundreds of delegates from different worlds sat in rings that went up high toward the ceiling. Some were big, some were small, and some looked like clouds of gas. But today, every single one of them was quiet. The silence was so heavy, it felt like it was pressing down on everyone's chest. In the center of the room stood a tall alien named Kalen. He belonged to the Xylos Collective, a group that thought they were the most important beings in the galaxy. His skin shimmered with colors that changed when he got emotional. Right now, he was glowing a bright, angry red. Behind him, a huge screen showed a picture of a human ship drifting in space. Next to it was the broken pieces of a Xylos ship. Kalen raised his voice so everyone could hear. He wanted everyone to know that humans were dangerous. He told the crowd that human merchants were savages. He claimed that when his ships tried to stop a human freighter for checking papers, the humans fired first. He said they murdered 12 of his officers without any warning. He demanded that the council punish Earth. He wanted human colonies to be taken away and their leaders to be put on trial. He spoke with so much confidence that many in the room began to nod. They thought humans were new to the galaxy and didn't know the rules. The High Arbiter, a being made of pure light named Orin, floated above the center desk. Orin spoke with a voice that sounded like humming electricity. He asked if there was proof. Kalen said the proof was in the damage to his ships. He said humans were too violent to be allowed among civilized stars. He said the council should negotiate a peace, but only if humans surrendered completely. Then, the large doors at the back of the hall opened. The sound of hydraulics hissed through the quiet room. Everyone turned to look. Walking down the long aisle was a human woman. She was the commander of the United Earth Defense Force. She did not wear fancy robes like the aliens. She wore a simple gray uniform that had seen better days. There was grease on her sleeve, and her boots were scuffed. She did not carry any weapons that anyone could see. She did not look scared. She looked like someone who had a lot of work to do and wanted to get it over with. Kalen sneered when he saw her. He thought she looked weak because she was alone. He asked her if she was there to beg for mercy. He told her that the price for peace had gone up because of her people's actions. He expected her to cry or to argue loudly. The commander stopped walking. She stood tall and looked at Kalen. Then she looked at the High Arbiter. She did not shout. She spoke in a normal voice, but because the room was so quiet, everyone heard her clearly. She said that Kalen was lying. She told them that the Xylos ships had fired the first shot. She explained that the warning shot was not just a signal. It was a weapon meant to kill everyone on the bridge. She also said that Xylos ships had boarded other human vessels before this one and killed the crews without reason. Kalen shouted that she was lying. He said his people were civilized and did not kill innocents. His skin flashed purple with anger. He told the council not to listen to human propaganda. The commander did not get angry. She just tapped a small device on her wrist. The big screen behind Kalen changed. The picture of the broken ships disappeared. Now, it showed video from inside the human freighter. The room watched as Xylos soldiers broke into the human ship. The video showed human workers raising their hands. They were not fighting. They were scared. The video showed the Xylos soldiers shooting them anyway. The audio played the sound of the Xylos commander laughing as he ordered the air to be sucked out of the room. The reaction in the council was immediate. The gentle aliens covered their faces. The warrior aliens looked away. Killing unarmed people was against the laws of every species in the room. It was not just a crime. It was shameful. Kalen started to shake. He said the video was fake. He said humans were good at editing pictures. He looked at the High Arbiter for help. But Orm was glowing bright white, which meant he was very upset. Oren told Kalen to be quiet. He said the records showed the truth. He said the council would sanction the Xylos Collective. He suggested taking away their trade rights or making them give up some of their moons as payment. He looked at the commander and said they could start negotiating peace now. The commander shook her head. She looked at the High Arbiter with sad eyes. She told him that he did not understand. She said humans did not come here to file a complaint. They did not come to negotiate. She took a step closer to the center desk. The air in the room felt colder. She told them that humans do not sit at tables with murderers. She said they do not trade planets for apologies. When humans find killers, they stop them. Permanently. Kalen laughed nervously. He looked around at the other aliens for support. He reminded her that she was just one person. He said the Xylos fleet had thousands of ships. He said she could not threaten the whole council. The commander corrected him. She said she was not threatening the council. She was just giving them information. She told them that while she was walking into the room, the Earth Defense Fleet had jumped to the Xylos home system. She said they did not send a message. They did not ask for surrender. They did not try to talk. She paused to let the words sink in. The room was so quiet you could hear the hum of the lights. She told them that by the time the message reached the Xylos home world, their command structure would be gone. Their fleet would be debris. Their ability to fight would be finished. She said they did not come to argue about what happened yesterday. They came to make sure it never happened again. The silence that followed was different from the one at the start. Before, the silence was heavy with expectation. Now, it was hollow. It was filled with fear. The aliens looked at the human woman differently. They had thought humans were weak because they were new. They thought humans were kind because they tried to join the council peacefully. Now, they realized that humans were something else. They were predators who had spent centuries fighting themselves. They had learned how to win wars quickly and efficiently. Kalen fell back against his podium. His skin turned a pale gray color. He could not believe what he was hearing. He asked if she really wiped out an entire civilization without a trial. He asked if they really did it without any discussion. The commander said there was nothing to discuss. She said that when you kill innocent people, you lose the right to talk. She said that ending the threat was the only logic that mattered. She turned around and began to walk back toward the doors. The crowd parted to let her through. No one spoke. No one moved to stop her. They were too afraid. At the door, she stopped and looked back one last time. Her face was calm, but her eyes were hard like steel. She told them that this was a warning for everyone in the galaxy. She said humans do not negotiate with murderers. She told them that next time, they should not make humans come to their home worlds. Then she walked out. The doors slid shut behind her. The Galactic Council stayed in their seats for a long time. They looked at each other, but no one knew what to say. They had learned a hard lesson today. They learned that humanity's greatest strength was not their technology or their numbers. It was their willingness to do what was necessary to protect their own. They learned that mercy was a gift humans gave, not a right aliens could demand. The galaxy would be different after this day. The era of pushing humans around was over. The era of respecting them had just begun.